Hi, and welcome to the BookishStitcher podcast. My name is Jeanette. You can find me on Ravelry, Instagram, and Goodreads as BookishStitcher, all one word. And I have a special co-host today, who is my son, Jayden.
Hello.
Jayden, do you want to say some stuff about yourself? Like what stuff you like to do?
Okay. I really like to play chess and knit. Sometimes paint.
Mm-hmm.
And also read books.
Yep. And are you pretty good at playing chess?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's on your shirt there? You can talk louder.
My shirt, my jacket from the Nationals in Dallas last year, I think.
2014. Yep, last year.
14. Yeah.
We all went out there as a family, and he played chess, and he did really well.
It was in a hotel.
Mm-hmm. With how many kids? 2 kids.
There was about,
How many kids were there?
Many.
A lot more than 2, right?
Yeah.
I'm really glad he's here with me today because I am pretty tired. We went on a hike this morning for Father's Day, and it was a pretty long hike, I think just over an hour as a family. Mm-hmm. And last night, my husband and I stayed up way too late, being nostalgic over music that we used to listen to in high school and just listening to albums till the wee hours of the morning. So I'm pretty tired. So I'm glad I have somebody here with energy.
Mm-hmm.
So he can be the energetic one, and I'll just listen to him talk. So, do you want to share your first finished object and talk about it? Remember to speak up.
This is my little hand towel that I knit.
I'll hold it for you, and you can talk about it while I hold it.
It's made out of fall colors. Has some blue, orange, white, black, and red.
And when did you start knitting this?
It's fall.
And when did you finish knitting it?
It was on Friday. June 19th, was it?
Yep, this Friday he finished knitting it. And so I have one thing finished, and it's actually something for you.
Mm-hmm.
And these are some socks for him. And they're
tube socks.
Yes, they're tube socks, thank you. And there's a blue, and this is from Fiber Knit Dye Works. And this is her Bounce Inversible set, and you can go to her website, and she has a whole bunch of colors, and you can special order them. And this is a great yarn. I loved working with it, so I would recommend you go check that out. But I knit him tube socks, and they're done, except for the ends need to be woven. And how do they fit?
Perfect.
Yeah, he likes them. I told him had to wait to show on the podcast before he could wear them. And so now our work's in progress. It's going to be a little bit different show today. Normally he's, hanging out with my husband and his sister while I'm podcasting. And normally I show you everything that I'm working on. But since I have a co-host, I'm going to just show you a couple things. And he's going to actually show you what he's working on. So what are you making?
I'm making a scarf for myself.
Yeah.
I have not had a scarf yet that I know of.
That's how he knits. And what yarn are you using for that?
I'm using, I think it's single ply, but...
No, it's not single.
Yeah.
Single plied, but where it's not twisted upon itself. But this is I don't know.
So, we don't know because we used it for our Halloween wreath.
Yeah, I made a Halloween wreath with some of this yarn. This is extra. And I just gave it to him. And let me show what I've been working on. I cast on something new, and it counts towards our fingering weight cal and the oldest skeins. So this is one of my oldest skeins. And this is so old that they don't even make this yarn anymore. I got it on, I think, the Loopy U years and years and years and years ago. And it's Chewy Spaghetti, which is the yarn name. And it's blues and browns and a whitish cream. And I'm making a hat for you.
Yep.
And this is actually the Ricky hat. I wanted a hat that was really simple and mindless, and I also wanted one that would work well with this variegated yarn. So I thought the Ricky pattern would be great, and it is working really well. I'm holding the fingering weight double, and that counts for the cowl that's going on in our Ravelry group. You can always, the whole goal for behind the fingering weight cowl is however you use it up, just use up fingering weight. You can hold it double, anything like that. And then I have one more work in progress, and that's in my You So and So bag. Jayden has a really cool bag. He forgot to bring it down, but he has a really cool one.
It's a Wild Thing bag.
Oh, well, yeah, you have a Wild Thing bag, but you also have a movie characters bag.
Yeah. It has basically every single movie character I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars, Willy Wonka even.
Mm-hmm. Harry Potter.
Yep. Harry Potter, Wizard of Oz.
Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to show you guys this week, I'm just showing 2 out of the things I'm working on, is my Moonraker shawl by Melanie Berg, and it's out of some Fraptus fibers. And I actually did have to order an additional skein, which I'll show you in enabling for this, because I realized that I didn't have enough yarn to complete it. But this is what I've done this week on this. It's going to have so many ends to weave in. It's almost like a fringe.
Yep.
But there's blue and purple and a darker purple and a lighter purple.
Light gray too.
And yep, the main color is gray. And the next color it's going to go in, I was hoping to have this done, this little next stripe to show you guys, but I didn't. So the green is going in next. And I think that'll be really pretty.
I agree.
Thanks, buddy. And my husband likes how the little moon dots are appearing on that. He thinks it's cool looking. Just like that. So, what else do we have to talk about? Showed all the knitting, right? Oh, I brought down some sweaters from when Jayden was a baby.
Yep. In fact, we have a picture from the blue one.
We have pictures of both.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the blue one we see.
We have a big, giant picture of the blue one, yeah. So let's show them, because they can't see the blue one.
Yep.
So when Jayden was very little, I used to knit him a sweater every year for Christmas pictures, because why not? I was crazy. I don't do that anymore. But here's some very cute pictures from that. And these sweaters were some of my very first ever sweaters, especially this one that I'm going to show you first. I think I'd only been knitting a couple months, a couple weeks maybe. I'm not even, maybe a couple weeks, I think, yeah. But
it's a little sweater.
Mm-hmm.
It's made out of blue and white yarn.
Yep, it's a Debbie Bliss pattern. I had this little book that was 20 cute patterns to knit for babies or something like that. And so I think it's a pretty good job for one of my first sweaters.
Yep. And these are ruffles.
They're called cables.
Cables, right.
Yep, they're cables, and it has this rib down there. So, yep, that was his first Christmas sweater.
And the next one is
the next one was his next Christmas sweater. And so this I'd been knitting about a year and a couple of months at this point. And I decided to do a Fair Isle pattern that wasn't even actually in English. It was one of those, I'd found like a pamphlet, and it was in some Norwegian language, Scandinavian language.
And you didn't understand it.
Yeah, it might have been Norwegian, but something Scandinavian. But I knew it was a chart, and that's basically what I had to follow.
It's made out of red and white yarn. They kind of look like little feathers.
Well, they're little snowflakes.
Snowflakes, yeah.
Did you like this sweater?
Yeah.
Do you remember posing for pictures by the tree with this?
No, I didn't remember. But they're also little. There's some diamonds on it.
Yep. Yeah, and you can see the Scandinavian kind of flowers. But this is something I knit for him when he was little.
Mhm.
And he has a couple other sweaters that I made him.
Yeah, there's also have a jacket that I actually made.
Yes. He has, a hoodie. So those are things I knit for Jayden. I'm going to get a sip of the water really fast because I'm thirsty.
I probably not talking.
Yeah, make sure you talk loud enough so they can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's see. I have only a couple more things.
Yep.
Last week, as I told you guys, it was my anniversary. 11th, I think. 11th or 12th. I'm forgetting. It was my 11th anniversary, and my husband had gotten some stuff off Etsy for me. And I showed you guys, I think, 2 or 3 of the things last week, and I just wanted to show you the rest of them this week. But this is a necklace from a seller that I've wanted to have one of their necklaces forever on Etsy. Let's see if I can get it.
It's a flower.
It's a tree.
Tree. With little pink.
And it's kind of...
Are those little pink buds?
It's actually blue sky with red leaves falling and a brownish red for the ground. And I think it's beautiful. I like that. I was going to actually wear it today, but I wouldn't be able to show it to you guys up close if I was wearing it, so I didn't wear it. And then for the Moonraker shawl, I said that I had to get an extra skein so I could finish it because it needs 2 full skeins to finish. So I got a yarn that I've actually never used before. It's Miss Crosby Loves to Play, and it's in the hat box. And it's just a cream. I thought the cream would go well with all the colors that I have in there and with the gray.
Mm-hmm.
You think that'll go well?
Yep.
Yep, okay. And it's 75% superwash merino, 15% silk, 10% cashmere, 317 yards. And this is the creme fraiche colorway. It's a little more of a yellowy, than a white, but. And the last thing I have for enabling came in this bag. And this is some yarn that I've been wanting for so long on Etsy. It's gorgeous. And so this is ones that my husband got me for anniversary. And 2 skeins of, let's see what it's called, a rock and a tree yarn. Hope you guys can see all of that. And this is Mer People sock. And it's really pretty. There's purples and turquoise and browns and grays. What do you think of that color, buddy?
I like it.
You like that? And then this one is called Front Porch. It's a speckled orange, green, and purple, and gray.
Mm-hmm.
Which of those 2 do you like best?
You gotta say that freckled one.
You like the Front Porch one? So that is all of the enabling stuff. My hair is very poofy right now because it's raining outside and we got really rained in. We're going into a restaurant.
While we were driving,
we
thought that we had got away from the rain. But
yeah.
As soon as we had gotten into the parking lot,
it
was pouring down.
And we had to get out of the car and get poured on, and it's really humid outside, so...
And also Daddy had to get separated.
Yep, Daddy went, and he was very nice and parked the car so that we all didn't have to walk really far through the rain because the restaurants... We went for breakfast. I would never go out for dinner because it would be just too busy because it's Father's Day. So that's why it's going to be a short podcast so that we can go back and hang out with our father. And that sign behind there, who made that sign?
I made it. I had to make it in like not 5 seconds, but like 2 minutes.
And what does it say?
Moving on. It says, Happy Father's Day to you, Daddy.
Yep. And Jayden made that, and he decorated a card for Daddy.
Yep, which he still hasn't gone yet.
And we've done a couple things with Daddy this weekend. We went to the Children's Museum, which his daddy designed as the civil engineer on that project, and we went there because we hadn't seen it yet, and it's a new one.
Well, I had seen it before.
You saw it,
but it was while it was being built.
Yeah, it was in construction still.
Yeah. But I was the first kid there.
Yeah. And so we all went out there yesterday, and then this morning, like I said, hiking and breakfast out together, and we went to the library and went and got groceries and just kind of normal errands.
Yeah.
And so that's what we've been doing. I wanted to say some Ravelry group news. First of all, I had a couple thank yous I wanted to say. There was a new iTunes review, and I believe it was by Need a Name Not Taken or something. I don't remember the exact name. But thank you so much for the iTunes review. It was on June 8th, and it was really, really sweet. And I am really glad that you enjoy the podcast and excited to keep doing it. And let's see, what else? Oh, yes.
The book.
Well, one more thing. Well, a couple more things. Jen commented on the YouTube channel and said that she has started up a new knitting blog, knitting and other stuff, and it's knittinghag.blogspot.com, I think. I'll link it somewhere on Ravelry. And I was her featured podcaster for the week, so that was really sweet. So thank you so much, Jen. And then Ravelry group news really quick before Jayden gets into the book review. We have, what do we have going on? We have our 500 member giveaway in the podcast right now, podcast group on Ravelry, and all the rules of how to enter up there. And I contacted Texas Dyed Wool and asked them if it'd be okay if I featured them for the 500 giveaway, because so many of you guys said so many wonderful compliments about their yarn. And she said yes, of course, and that is up there. If you would like to go enter to win a skein of your choosing of their yarn, you just put what one you like, and I will buy the skein for the winner. And then another thing we have going on in the Ravelry group right now is a knit-along, and it's running all of June and July, and it's for fingering weight yarn. So anything, it can be whips, it can be works in progress, you can hold it double. Anything goes as long as you finish it June or July and that it's using fingering weight in some capacity. Either doubled or held by it or just by itself. And the other thing we have that's starting today, and this is the last thing and then you get to go.
For the book.
Yeah, is a book thing for the Ravelry group. We are doing a read-along right now with Robin, and it's going on in the Ravelry group. It's all up. I'm going to put up a calendar or whatever you would call it of when we will be reading the different sections. But start today, starts here, and Sunday, and I think we'll be reading the first few parts. Robin and I have been messaging back and forth on Ravelry, and she kind of came up with what would be a great structure for how we'll do the read-along. And so I think it's about 120 pages each week, which seems really doable. And all that is on the Ravelry group, and we're reading Cat's Eye by Margaret Atwood. So I hope you'll join in and read and discuss on the boards about different stuff in the book. I have some questions. I started reading it today, and I have some questions that I want to ask you guys. So go over and check that out if you have been reading and would like to answer some questions about the book. But now I'm going to turn it over to Jayden, because I asked him to think of his favorite book and bring it to review on the podcast.
So this is called The Real Boy. It's one that I read last year, I think. Finished this year. And it's a really cool book.
Who's it by? Who wrote it?
It's by Annie.
Anne?
And...
Or Sue?
Or Sue.
Let's hold that up so they can see it. Don't shake the table, buddy. If you lean on it, it shakes the computer. So tell them what happens in that book.
So the main character's name is Oscar. He is a little boy, I think he's in his teens, was it?
Okay.
Or Yeah. So at the...
You can talk to that little green light right there.
So what it's about is... So the little boy likes cats. There are cats in the workshop. He works for he makes herbs for a magician named Caleb.
Mm-hmm. Do they make spells?
Yep, they make spells there.
Okay.
And amulets.
And amulets, that's cool.
And there are also these cool wizard trees in the book, which if you read it, you'll find out why they put the wizard trees in.
Yeah, they're wizard trees, and as the title suggests, there's a mystery in the book, isn't there?
There is. There are two mysteries.
There are two mysteries.
Yes, there are two. And also, if you look in the book, there will be a picture of this. Let me find the map. There is this.
Jayden forgot to mention, too, in the things that he does, Jayden's a pretty good writer. Yes. He's writing a book right now.
It's called The Search for King Golden.
The book that Jayden's writing.
Yeah, I'm writing.
But that's a map.
It's a map, and one of the mysteries is on the map if you can find it. Maybe you can figure out what it is.
Maybe you can. Can you figure it out? Did you figure it out?
There are exactly, let me find so many places there are,
Whoa.
That's not what I meant.
Book it down. Save the book.
Okay, so there is where Oscar used to live was in the eastern villages. There was also a south village, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There is Caleb's garden, and now where Oscar was is in Esterine. There is the place, the huge village next door is the Barrow village, and there is the Plaguelands.
So what does Oscar have to do in the book? Does he go anywhere? Does he have
goes
to solve
on
any
huge
mystery?
adventure.
Okay.
So he goes on adventures with Event and the one that runs the actual shop while Caleb the magician is away is, what's his name?
It's okay. You don't have to look it up.
I don't know.
But
Wolf.
So Oscar goes on a big adventure. What does he go on the adventure for? What is he doing?
That probably would give away the book.
It would? Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Does he go to collect something?
No, he goes to find out why everybody is getting sick.
Oh, see, that's
everywhere.
a good thing to tell them. Everybody everywhere is getting sick.
Except in Esteride.
Except in Esteride.
Well, actually, sometimes actually in Esteride too.
So Oscar goes on a journey to find out why everybody is everybody getting sick, or just the kids? Or
just the kids, actually.
Just the kids are getting sick. Okay. And how long is this book, Jayden?
It's 341 pages.
And would you suggest that other people should read this book? Do you think other people's kids would like it?
Yes, it's a really fun book. And the cats' names are, I don't remember all of them, seriously.
Do you think girls would like the book too? Is it a good book for girls and boys?
They're really into Majestic, yes.
Magicians, yeah.
Magicians, yes. In fact, one of them is a baker. No, not one of them, but you'll find out if he is or if he's not. He makes some bread now.
Okay.
And also, eventually Wolf, in about the second or third chapter, they said got eaten by a wolf. Or bear. Bear, I think. Yeah, bear.
If he got eaten by a wolf, that would be very ironic because that's his name. So I think, is that everything we have for this week? You reviewed the book.
I think there's one part about this. There is the little Caleb's greenhouse is that's where he gets the herbs.
Okay.
And what the herbs are for is to heal the kids that are sick.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, we got to go hang out with Daddy and your little sister some more because special family day.
Father's Day.
Yep. But we wanted to come on, and Jayden wanted to show all his knitting because he's been working so hard.
Yep.
And we'll have you come on again when you finish your scarf.
Yeah. But it's going to take a while.
All right. So what are you going to say? Happy Sunday to everyone?
Happy Sunday.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Well, this is what Mommy always says at the end of the podcast. Are you ready? What do I always say?
Ciao?
Ciao? No, I'm not Italian. But have a good week, everybody, and I hope you get to do all the things you love. Okay, bye.